Right friends, welcome back to Current Affairs. As I have already discussed, from 26th week onwards, that means from the week starting from 27th June to 3rd July, various news items will be presented in capsules form. That means each and every topic will be discussed in detail and will be uploaded as a separate module. And normally these modules will be uploaded within 2 to 3 days of its occurrence. That is one aspect. And the second aspect is some of these articles can be preserved by you permanently. And another important aspect is at the end of the week, news at a glance and questions and answers will be presented as usual, but they will be presented with much more explanation. So please listen to all the modules. I hope that you will enjoy these modules from this week onwards. And the first capsule for the week we have selected is European Union. What is the idea behind the formation of European Union? All of you are familiar with the Second World War. Second World War occurred between 1939 to 1945, and after the end of the Second World War, there was an idea emanated that countries which trade together are most likely to avoid going to war with each other. That means if the countries establish trade relations, then the susceptibility for breaking out of wars will reduce. With that idea, the concept of European integration arose, and European integration was seen as an antidote to the extreme nationalism which devastated several countries in the continent during Second World War. And if you look at the origin or the starting point, that is Schumann Declaration. Schumann Declaration on 9th May 1950. All of you are familiar with the Europe Day. We celebrate 9th May as Europe Day to commemorate this Schumann Declaration. You may ask, who is Schumann? Schumann was the foreign minister of France, and this Franco-German production of coal and steel under one common high authority was the main theme of this Schumann Declaration. That means as per Schumann Declaration, this France and Germany wants to bring coal and steel under one common roof. So that was the beginning of European integration. And if you move further, the second step was the Treaty of Paris, which was signed on 18th April 1951. And starting with the Franco-German Coal and Steel Authority, subsequently, this is the second step. This is the European Coal and Steel Community. It constitutes 6 countries. In addition to France and West Germany, the other country was Italy, and Benelux countries were also added. You may ask, what are Benelux countries? This Belgium, Netherlands, Luxembourg, these are Benelux countries. So these 3 countries, France, West Germany and Italy, these 6 countries formed European Coal and Steel Community. Right? So this is the second step based on Treaty of Paris of 1951, and subsequently third step was the formation of European Economic Community. That means moving ahead from coal and steel, subsequently integration of the economy with the common market and customs union. That is the main aim of European Economic Community. And European Economic Community came up with the Treaty of Rome of 1957, and this European Economic Community or EEC came into existence on 1st January 1958. So, European Economic Community's main aim is economic integration, combining common market with the customs union. And this is, you can say, the first step for the establishment of a European Union. Subsequently, several countries joined in this European Economic Community subsequently. And let us look at the fourth step, that is the Maastricht Treaty of 1992. Maastricht Treaty, or otherwise this is the Treaty on European Union. You can say this is the final step in creation of European Union on 1st November 1993. And this was signed on 7th February 1992 and signed by 12 member nations. Basic aim is to integrate Europe And other important aspect is based on this Maastricht Treaty, foundation was laid for the creation of single currency euro. Subsequently, single currency euro was formed. So, if someone talks about the Maastricht Treaty, this is the basic treaty on European Union. And the main aspects are creation of single currency euro. Subsequently, euro was created. Now don't forget 28 countries are there in European Union and 19 countries follow single currency euro, and concept of 3 pillars was introduced. In addition to economic integration, the other aspects like foreign and security aspects as well as police and judicial cooperation on criminal matters, they were also included, forming 3 pillars. Then the present name and form are agreed upon through this Maastricht Treaty. And from the Maastricht Treaty, India also got this fiscal deficit target. All of you are familiar with the Fiscal Responsibility and Budget Management Act of 2003, and here the fiscal deficit target is kept as 3%, and this came from Maastricht Treaty. And through this Maastricht Treaty, the relationship was extended, as I have already told you, with the 3 pillars. The relationship was extended from economic to areas like foreign policy, criminal justice and judicial cooperation. And the final step is Lisbon Treaty. This is nothing but reforms in the organizational structure of European Union. This Lisbon is in Portugal, and this treaty was signed in 2007, and basically it amends the Treaty of Rome, which established European Economic Community, and Maastricht Treaty, which established European Union. So basically this is the reforms in the governance structure is the Lisbon Treaty. So Schumann Declaration of 1950 right up to Lisbon Treaty of 2007 completed the formation of European Union. So finally this Lisbon Treaty came into force on 1st December 2009, right? So finally, what do you understand by European Union? European Union basically constitutes 28 countries at present. Please look into this slide. These are 28 countries. Please look into this map. And 19 countries follow common currency euro. And it is economic and political partnership involving 28 European countries. The single most important trait of this European Union is single market. What is the meaning of single market? Single market allows goods and people to move around. Basically 28 countries represent only one country. And you may ask, what is the difference between free trade area and single market? Please look into this slide. We are commonly hearing about free trade areas. Free trade area is nothing but that is the agreement between various countries where countries trade with each other without paying tariffs. But certain trade restrictions will always be there for agriculture, fisheries, and at the same time imported goods have to comply with the law of the land. In free trade area, imported goods have to comply with the law of the land. And at the same time, deliberations of free trade area may take several years, and quite often protectionist measures are imposed in the national interest by various countries. So these are the traits of free trade area. And if you look at the single market, basically all the 28 countries look like only one country. That means it allows free movement of goods, services, money and people within the European Union as if it is a single country. And there are no quotas, no tariffs, no taxes, and they can establish a factory in London and it can be shifted to any other destination like Paris. And there are no restrictions of movement of people, movement of capital, and no trade restrictions. So basically the regulations cover wide range of issues like environmental issues, packaging, safety and standards, and they are applicable throughout 28 countries. So the integration of single market for goods completed in 1992, but there are certain issues as far as services are concerned. But overall you can say this single market is the most essential and most talked after and at the same time most hated trait of European Union. Right? So that means some of the people are against this single market. And when we are discussing about Brexit, we will discuss about it in detail. So this is the difference between free trade area and single market. All 28 countries follow single market, and if you look at other features, European Union sets new rules for a variety of mutually agreed areas like environment, transport, consumer rights. And at the same time, it also looks at many smaller issues like mobile phone charges, color of passports, and all the member countries contribute different share for the budget of European Union. In 2015, the budget of European Union was 145 billion euro, out of which the contribution of Germany, France and UK is around 50%. That means these three countries contribute around 50% of European Union budget, and at the same time the de facto headquarters is in Brussels, where several of European Union organizations are situated, right? And if you look at how the European Union functions, first one is the European Commission. This is the executive body. This basically looks at day-to-day operations of European Union, and at the same time it implements various laws, and at the same time it proposes laws which will ultimately passed by European Parliament. So European Commission is executive body looking at day-to-day operations of European Union. European Parliament has got 751 members, and it legislates on various policies, it frames laws, and these 751 members are elected by the electorate of 28 countries. And Council of the European Union, these are the representatives from the governments of 28 countries. So these three are basically important. They are associated with the framing various laws. Ultimately the laws are passed by European Parliament. European Commission headquarters is in Brussels, Belgium. Similarly, European Parliament is also in Belgium. And this Council of the European Union, that is the representatives from governments of 28 countries, they also sit at Brussels, Belgium. And European Council represents the heads of 28 governments, right? And the other organization is Court of Justice of the European Union and European Court of Auditors. These two sit at Luxembourg. And European Central Bank, which is the regulatory authority for 19 countries which follow common currency euro, is at Frankfurt, Germany. So this is the governance structure of European Union, and there are 28 countries, and this is all about the functioning of European Union. It is basically economic political union of 28 countries, and some countries have established Schengen area, and Schengen area is basically with a single visa you can travel to any country, right? So this is all about European Union, and with this let us conclude this capsule. Please do join for the next capsule which is on Brexit. Right friends, have a nice day. Thank you.